Hello, hello. Every time we try to create simulation systems and we end up on this error if you're using CHARMM GUI server. And when I saw it first, it didn't register in my mind how to solve it, and I still can't solve it. But I discovered a workaround that you can follow in order to bypass this error that you get in Charm GUI. So this video is all about it. And if you are interested in such things, please feel free to watch the whole video. Anyways, let's just start. So first of all, you need to have a Charm GUI ID. Like, of course, you can't get in without having an ID. Then I want you to go, wait, I'll start from the scratch. Yes, go to this input generator and over here, just go to the solution builder. And by the way, I haven't planned this video how it will go. So it's a free flowing video and I can forget things in between which I can add later while editing the video if I edit it or decide to put it raw on the YouTube. Anyways, we have this file. I have a protein dock with ricinoleic acid, and I did the renaming of the chains just to keep the video short. I don't think so that the video will be short, but it's better to be optimistic. Yep, I renamed it. Usually, whenever you create a complex dock with any ligand, you don't get any chain name over here. You need to add it you need to add it manually. Otherwise, Charm GUI just throws up an error that okay, I have this ligand and it doesn't have a chain, so it detects our chain. So far, so good. Then we go to manipulate PDB. So I'm just walking over it just to let you know how do we stumble over it. And if you are like already uh, all over this part, you can just skip to the main part of the video where I discuss how to solve this problem. What I generally use in order to create a topology file for the ligand, I do the CSML search and then I use the PDB coordinates to create the topology. And we get this option and then you click on this and then you get this, the PDB coordinates option over here. Then we click to generate and it would, yes, exactly. It throws up an error. Okay, there is a mismatch in the order of ligand heavy atoms. Okay, so when I first encountered it, I didn't know how to solve it. I looked over the web and there were no tutorials, and uh, I had no one to look up to. And so um, I didn't know how to deal with it and whom to approach to solve it. And neither on the YouTube I couldn't find any video. And then one night, just fiddling around with the this CharmGeo website, and I just found a way to do it. So I just want to take you to the uh, where is it? Ligand reader and modeler. So over here, it takes just the ligand file and it generates a topology file for that. And for that, I'll be needing a separate ligand. So just open up with any visualization software you want. I prefer UCSF Chimera. You might have some personal favorites. You can use whatever you want. There are just ton of them out there. And remove the chain. I just need the ligand. Delete and save PDF. Oops, didn't mean to show that. Put it up on desktop and I'll name it as pair like it. Found it. Okay, now we go back to the CHARMM GUI server. We are already on the Ligand website. And again, I messed up because you didn't have to save it as PDB, you had to save it as a mol2 file. Yep, this keeps happening. And as I told you, this is not a planned video. So bear with me. You don't have any other choice. Save. Okay, we got another one. I don't need this one. Okay. Okay, here it asks you whether you have a PDB file or mol2 or SDF file. In my personal experience, I have seen that mol2 and SDF files work the best. Sometimes mol2 doesn't work, then SDF does the work for you. So in our case, we have the mol2. I'll just upload it. Um, okay. Sometimes I just pretend to be blind. And we have our issue. You see this red circle over the carbon atom. Some of you might have guessed the error, and for the others, I would like to point out that this carbon atom is having a valency of 5, which is not possible, like at least the chemistry which I have studied. So, what should we do? So, the thing that I do is just get that eraser tool, remove this bond, and I can just create another bond with the carbon atom, and boom, doesn't have any issue with that. Fantastic, right? Then you can just go on search ligand and we just want our force field parameters and the topology. By the way, I wanted to tell you one more thing. So suppose if we hadn't removed that bond, then we would encounter an error as it should be because carbon doesn't have 5 bonds. I'll just show it to you. Okay, over here I'll fix nothing and just try. Okay, looks like a glitch to me. Let me just reload it. Or is it working? Okay, we got our ligand topology files and the parameter files. We'll just download them. Okay, we have the result, not the results. In the other tab, we got the incorrect, or you can say, oh, and you get this error. cgen fffield to parameterize force field for your molecule. Non-unique atoms were renamed, blah blah blah, and you get this warning: hypervalent carbon valence is equal to 5, not supported. And as of now, there is no force field that supports 5 valency of carbon. Uh, Anyways, I just wanted to show you that, and we digressed a bit. Let's just get back to where we were. We got this file, and we'll just unzip it. In Linux, it's much better because TGZ file can be directly compressed to whatever it has and the contents. But in Windows, you don't have that liberty. Okay, we have the folder, and if you see, we have a separate PDB file for our designed ligand in which we remove the extra bond carbon. It won't make a difference to you when you visualize it, but it makes a lot of difference when you actually put it up for creating a system for a simulation. So I need this ligand file to be with the protein file. Mm, Like in layman terms, we need to create a complex. So I'll just open this file, the complex file, and I don't want the old ligand. Bye bye. And I need the one that I created. Most of the tools that are created for all of this stuff are just super outdated, and the ones which are good are paid, and those have a hefty amount of subscription fee, and that is not even a one-time fee, it is recurring. So it's hard to be a research scientist on your own. Hmm, this one was ours. And we have a ligand RMPDB. Yes, it's the same. You won't find any difference. And why would you? Then I'll just save it as a PDB. I'll save it on the desktop for my own convenience. You can save it wherever you want. Uh, why does it make it so complicated every time? Um, and when you save it as a complex, when you open it as a when you open it up on PyMol, you can find it is saving it as two different models rather than as as a single unit. So in order to fix that, we need to just open our notepad again. I prefer using VS Code, but you can use whatever you want. Like I use it because it allows vertical selection. Over here, just remove this model one, and you need to look out for this end model line and delete this one as well. Okay, And our ligand is being named as heteroatom, which is good, and it already has the ID, so saves up a lot of time. I'll just save it, and voila, you can see it in a single frame. Isn't it cool? Then we go back to our server, and I want you to shift your focus towards this, over this ligand folder which we got from our CHARMM GUI output. So we have the parameter file and the RTF file. We need to use this one, not this one. Sometimes it doesn't give this file, but in case if you have this, just go for this one instead of this one. And if I'm confusing you a lot, I'm very sorry for that. So now we head down to make our complex. Go to Solution Builder and choose your complex file. Choose the complex file that we created. Which one is the complex? It's with the ligand which we got from the CHARMM GUI after fixing it. And then enjoy the show. Okay, we have this hetero. I don't know why it says that. I don't know what it means. You can correct me, you can inform me, you can educate me, do whatever you want, and it would be my pleasure. And over here, we get this option to upload our own charm topology and parameter file. So in topology, we use the RTF file, which we got. Remember, I've told you to focus on this ligand folder, and this RTF file rich text format is the topology file. And at parameters, you just upload this PRM file and keep the rest of the option as they are. Just generate the PDB. And I hope this would have solved your problem. I just stumbled upon the solution, and I don't want you guys to suffer as I did when I didn't have anyone to turn to. So hope it works for you. And if you want any other videos, you can just drop it in the comments. I'll see if I can make them or not. So that's it from my side. This is Tanish signing off.